All right, let's jump right in. We're going to explore that fascinating gray area between a simple mistake and, well, an outright lie. It's a difference that really comes down to just one single thing, and once you get it, it can kind of change how you hear everything.
So let me ask you something right off the bat. If someone says something and it's just not true, does that automatically make it a lie? You'd think it's a simple yes or no, but honestly, it's a lot more complicated than that.
To really unpack this, we've got to start with a key term: misrepresentation. Now, in the world of law and ethics, this is the big one. Think of it as the giant umbrella that covers any statement that isn't actually a fact.
Yeah, so on the surface, it's just that, an untrue statement. Anything that doesn't match up with reality. But that's just scratching the surface. The real story, the interesting part, is what's underneath.
Okay, so we know someone said something that's not true. We're right back to that big question. Is it a lie? And the answer, you've probably guessed, isn't so black and white. We have to look at it from a different angle.
The easiest way to wrap your head around this is to picture a spectrum. Over on one end, you've got what's called innocent misrepresentation, and way over on the other end, you've got fraudulent misrepresentation. Both are untrue, for sure, but they are miles apart.
All right, let's start with the far end of that spectrum, fraudulent misrepresentation. This is a lie. The magic words here are deliberate and intent to deceive. The person knows what they're saying is false, and they are saying it specifically to trick you.
Now let's swing all the way over to the other side, innocent misrepresentation. This is a whole different ballgame. It's an untrue statement, yeah, but it was made in good faith. The person genuinely thought they were telling the truth. It's just a mistake. There was zero intention to fool anyone.
So when you see them side by side like this, it becomes crystal clear, right? On the left, you've got an honest-to-goodness mistake, an oops. On the right, you have a calculated deception, a lie.
And this is it. This is the whole shebang. The one single crucial factor that separates an innocent mistake from a fraudulent lie is intent. That's it. Were they trying to deceive you, or was it just an honest error? That one question changes everything.
So here's a super simple way you can break this down for yourself. Think of it like a two-question test. First step, you ask, is the statement true or false? Pretty easy. If it's false, then you go to the second and, honestly, the more important question. What was the speaker's intent? Were they trying to mislead you, or did they just get it wrong?
So let's pull it all together. What's the big takeaway here? Not all untrue statements are the same. Misrepresentation is that big umbrella term. If it's innocent, it was a mistake. If it's fraudulent, it was a lie. And the one thing that decides which is which, it's all about intent.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. Now that you know the difference, now that you know to look for intent, how does that change the way you hear things, the way you listen to the information that's coming at you every single day?